So today is July the 1st, and I have several days to go where I have time to work on this Jeep. So I'm going to try and make some good progress. I bought some inner fenders, some aluminum inner fenders. So I'm going to put the inner fenders in here, and then that'll allow me to figure out how much room I have for all my accessories. I got to have room on this side for the ECM. I've got a SPAR diesel hydronics heater system that'll go here, and put probably the coolant tank over here, something like that. On this side, I've got to have room for the electric hydraulic pump, and have room for the brake proportioning valve and things like that, reservoir for the hydraulics for the power steering. On this side, potentially also would need the a battery to go in there. I haven't fully decided whether I'll use a separate 12-volt battery or just down convert from the 48-volt Tesla or other lithium metal battery bank that I'm going to have. In any case, I got that. I also have all the tubing for my intercooler, so I'm going to go ahead and put all that in over the next couple of days. And if I'm at all lucky, sometime in July here, I'll actually get this thing fired up in the Jeep. That's my goal. Hope that happens, and I'd like to see it move under its own power very soon. So I've got both sides installed. I'll end up taking it back out and painting these. They're just raw aluminum right now. I'll end up taking them out and painting them when I actually paint the rest of it again. And I'll end up cutting these. I don't know if you can see it or not, but these stick out quite a bit, so I'll cut those off and Loctite them and stuff. But what I wanted to do is just get an idea of how much room I actually had for my accessories in here. So probably from this was how the original things were mounted, but it was plastic. It was like a plastic tray in here. I'm going to build something that will bolt down to this one and bolt down to this one, and the same on this side. And I'll go around the master cylinder there and just basically have a place to start mounting things. But I needed to know how much room I had. When I do coilovers, which haven't arrived yet, once I get rid of the shock bucket here and the spring bucket, and I mount the coilovers, then I'll just take these back off again, and I'll weld in a piece of aluminum to go and kind of around whatever the shock tower dimensions are. But this is just a basic. I could have bought some, branded ones. They probably would be thicker aluminum, but I just wanted something basic, simple, without holes cut in it. You'd be surprised how many of these fender liners actually have large holes cut into them. I don't understand that. If you're going through heavy water, you don't want water blowing through your fender liners. That's kind of the point of having inner fenders. In any case, they're in there for now, and next I'll put the actual aluminum fenders on. Well, I got my fenders on. Both sides. They are made by a company called Aries, and they're aluminum. They don't weigh very much, which is why I chose them. Pretty simple, but that's what I was looking for. I actually originally planned to build my own fenders and front and rear bumper, but I'm running out of time on the project, so throw some money at it and just buy some stuff so I can get it on the road. But yep, both fenders on, both inner fenders done. It's enough for today. I'll come back on Saturday and work some more, and see what I can work on tomorrow. Saturday morning now, I'm going to go ahead and do the intercooler tubing. I've got all the pieces, so let's see how it goes together. Well, it's starting to actually look like a Jeep again. I've got my intercooler welds cleaned up, and I have the silicone boots for the intercooler on. Everything's all clearance. The headlight bucket, and cut it out a little bit, but not enough to worry about. I'm not compressing the boot. I'm not worried about it wearing through or anything like that. It seems to be fine. I have my neck down from the 2" to 2.5" off the turbo outlet, which is going to go down to the bottom. And then I have the top, which will go over here. 2 short pieces. I have 2 pieces 24 inches long. Hopefully that's enough. It's going to be close, especially from this one to this one, with the cuts I have to do, but I'll make it work, or have to buy another piece. I'm getting there. Once I get the plumbing done, then I'll worry about building the accessory trays. Well, I got the top charge pipe done. I'm working on the bottom, but I'm going to end it for the day. Made some good progress, I think, but still lots yet to do. I actually painted the top charge pipe with just some paint I had around, but I think I might actually take it back off and leave it bare aluminum. I was trying to hide the fact that I ground off the welds, but you know, I think aluminum probably would be better because it'll radiate heat better, and that's the whole goal. So I think I'm going to make it aluminum again, even if it looks a little ugly because of the welds, but I'm getting there. I'm making, you know, just cutting the aluminum pipe and making these little pie-shaped pieces to make the turns. Well, I've got my hard pipes for my charge pipes set up. Pretty happy with how they turned out. Just simple aluminum 2.5" tubes, cut and welded up into these custom odd angles, but I'm very happy with them. They're solidly mounted, but they do give enough room so the motor can move around a little bit, some vibration. I will end up having to put a temperature sensor in one of these, maybe on this side, temperature sensor on the charge pipe, but I'm gonna worry about that later. Probably just have to drill a hole and weld in a bung for a temperature sensor, but yeah, that's set up. So the next logical step would be to put the accessory trays in here so I can mount my airbox and all of that on this side, and same on that side. So I think that's what I'll focus on next. Alright, well, so I used some aluminum diamond plate to make this plate. I'm still not quite finished with clearancing, and I still have to build a support underneath, but that's probably gonna work. I'm gonna make it easily removable. Still got a bunch of clearancing to do and finishing up and some supports underneath, but this is one side started. Well, I've got both sides in here. Of course, they both need to be trimmed. I'm probably going to end up taking about 1 inch off of each side. Depends on what the width I actually need here. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this. I still haven't put the bracing underneath, which I will. But yeah, both sides are there, so I can at least start handling things like I need to set up the brake proportioning valves. I need to put the electric power steering pump on this side. On this side, I'm going to have to put an airbox. I've got an SPAR diesel hydronics heater, which will probably go on this side. I need to have a fuse box, which might go on that side, might go on this side. I need to put a reservoir for the coolant expansion tank. A couple of things. Not sure which of those I'll tackle first, but once I get the bracing underneath and this all ready to go, then I'll figure that part out. But I'm getting there. It's really starting to come together now. It's actually starting to feel like I'm making progress.